Hey YouTube, it's ICU, and today I'm going to show you guys how to jailbreak iOS 7.1 on the iPhone 4. And yes, this is exclusive to the iPhone 4, and the reason behind that is that the utility we're going to be using in this video, GeekSn0w, is based on WindowsCM's OpenSn0w project that utilizes GeoHot's 2010 LimeRain exploit, which takes advantage of a hardware-based vulnerability that's since been patched by Apple with the release of newer devices. Now, GeekSn0w and OpenSn0w would support other A4-based devices, except for the fact that Apple has phased out said devices over time with the release of newer firmwares. So the last one to remain in iOS 7 is the iPhone 4, which will be jailbroken for life essentially via a tethered jailbreak so long as Apple continues to support it in iOS. Once Apple phases out support for the iPhone 4, of course it will just be able to be jailbroken on the last firmware that it's supported in. But of course for now we will be able to successfully jailbreak the iPhone 4 on iOS 7.1. Now keep in mind that this tutorial is exclusive to Windows right now because GeekSn0w doesn't include support for OS X. However, I may, once the developer BlackGeek Tutorial updates his utility, release a revised tutorial to include support for Mac OS X. Alright, and there are also two things I want to mention before actually detailing what you have to download for this tutorial. So first of all, keep in mind that, again, remember this is a tethered jailbreak, so you will have to plug it into your computer and rerun a certain portion of the utility every time it needs to reboot. And again, that is because it uses GeoHot's old 2010 LimeRain exploit, so in a sense GeekSn0w is nothing new, it's just making use of an older jailbreak utility and exploit. The second thing is that it also uses a modified edition of Cydia, so once you're jailbroken you may encounter issues with Cydia and with certain things you attempt to install. Furthermore, a lot of packages have yet to be updated to include support for 7.1. You will need a few things to proceed, the most important of which being GeekSn0w, as well as both JDK and .NET Framework installed on your computer. If you don't have JDK installed, it's extremely easy to get it. Just open up an internet browser, and then once it's open, go to Google and just type in JDK for Java Development Kit. And once it's typed in, you can go to this link right here, Java SE Development Kit 7. And then you will need to scroll down until you see the Windows x86 edition for 32-bit. And you will need to download and install this version of JDK. Even if you do have a 64-bit computer, you will need to download the 32-bit edition of JDK. And while most Windows-based PCs have .NET Framework already installed, if you don't and you want to be on the safe side and install it, just be sure to check the post that I have linked to below, because in addition to having complete written instructions, it also has download links for everything you need, being GeekSn0w, JDK, and .NET Framework. Also, if you want to minimize your chance of encountering errors during the jailbreak process, you should update iTunes. Alright, and with all of that out of the way, I'm going to first of all show you guys that my iPhone 4 here is indeed on iOS 7.1. Now before I did demonstrate that it does have the revised power off screen, as you can see here, which is exclusive to iOS 7.1. I'm going to cancel out of that though, go inside of the Settings app, General, and then About, and then down below at the bottom for the version, it does confirm that this is an iPhone 4 running iOS 7.1, and we'll also be able to see that towards the end of this tutorial inside of Cydia. So let's get back to the computer here and proceed with the jailbreak process. Alright, and now once you have GeekSn0w downloaded, you will need to place it on your desktop, and then from there you can right-click the tool and then select Run as Administrator. And then you will get this prompt, or you should get this prompt. Just click Yes to it, and once it opens, you will simply have to click the jailbreak button. Now I'm going to move GeekSn0w over and zoom in, and I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. At this point, you should make sure that your iPhone 4 is connected to your computer via USB. If it's not, take the time now to do so. And then from here, inside of GeekSn0w, simply click Jailbreak to the right of the tool. And then you will need to know which model your iPhone is. And if you don't, in the post that I have linked to below, I also have a support link from Apple on the topic where you can figure out which model your iPhone is. I happen to know that because this is a GSM iPhone, it is 3,1. So I'm going to select that option, and then from there you can click Jailbreak again, and it will tell you to put your iPhone into DFU mode. Now this this is an extremely simple process, and we're going to have to do it quite frequently, especially seeing as this is a tethered jailbreak, because again, we will need to plug the iPhone 4 into a computer and rerun a certain part of GeekSn0w every time it reboots, hence the term tethered. So right now I'm going to show you guys the simple process for entering DFU mode, and again, you will need to remember this because we're going to have to enter it a few times. So just hold down the home and power buttons together for a total of 10 seconds. And once that 10 seconds is up, you can release the power button and continue holding the home button for an additional 10 seconds. And then your iPhone should enter DFU mode. Keep in mind that DFU mode is a black screen, and if you don't get it right the first time, you can attempt to enter DFU mode a second time. Now, it has continued inside of GeekSn0w, and I'm just going to bring this over. This is a Java window. It's actually using that SSH tool. I'm also going to move GeekSn0w over so you can see everything, and I'm going to leave my iPhone up on the screen during this process. Now this can take some time, so just leave your iPhone connected to your computer and try not to interface with it, so don't interact with either the home or power buttons. And also refer to the status inside of GeekSn0w as much as possible. Alright, now GeekSn0w has moved on past the SSH tool, and it's saying that it's mounting root. Now this does take quite some time to complete, so again, just leave it connected, and I'm going to leave my iPhone up on the screen so you can see approximately how long this portion of the tutorial should take. Alright, and there we go. We have a new window up, and it should just send some of the jailbreak data to the iPhone at this point. And now it's saying that it's rebooting the iPhone 4, so just leave it connected again and refer to GeekSn0w. Alright, now SSH tool has closed, and we are inside of recovery mode right now. So you will have to re-enter DFU mode, and it even says that inside of GeekSn0w. It says to put your iPhone into DFU mode to continue. And remember, to do that, simply hold down the home and power buttons together for a total of 10 seconds. And once that 10 seconds is up, you can release the power button and continue holding the home button for an additional 10 seconds. And you will know you're inside of DFU mode once GeekSn0w continues. Again, remember, keep in mind that it is just a black screen. Alright, here we go. We should get the classic scrolling text screen in just a second. It is booting with OpenSn0w currently, and as I've said before, just leave it connected. Alright, here we go. We have the iconic scrolling text screen that was made so famous with Red Snow. So let's just wait for this portion of the jailbreak to complete. Alright, and at this point your iPhone 4 should reboot and you will be able to use it. However, leave it connected because it is finishing up sending some of the data to your device, so it will instantly reboot once it's finished. However, at this point you can interact with it. I advise just leaving it connected and unlocked to the home screen though. but remember, it will reboot once it's finished, and inside of GeekSn0w it says this portion could take some time. So just be patient, leave it connected, do not turn it off, and do not unplug it whatever you do. Again, I'm just going to leave my iPhone up on the screen though, so you can see approximately how long this step should take. Alright, here we go. Now the iPhone 4 is powering off and it should go back into recovery mode. We will need to enter DFU mode for a third and final time, at least in the jailbreak portion of this tutorial. Alright, so again, remember to enter DFU mode, we're going to hold down the home and power buttons for a total of 10 seconds. And once that 10 seconds is up, you can release the power button and continue holding the home button for an additional 10 seconds. And you will know you're inside of DFU mode when GeekSn0w continues. Alright, now it's just rebooting the iPhone 4 with OpenSn0w again. So you should see that scrolling text screen soon. All right, here we go. So once the iPhone boots back up, we will have Cydia. Alright, so now I'm going to unlock the iPhone. And as you can see on the second page, we do have Cydia. However, the iPhone will respring momentarily, so at this point you can interact with it and open Cydia if you'd like. However, just know that it will respring and it will close out of it. Now this will also happen after every Tethered reboot. Remember, I told you guys that every time you have to reboot your iPhone, you will need to reboot it tethered using GeekSn0w, and you will have to enter DFU mode to do that. So it should respring soon, and then once it's back, I will open Cydia. Now let's unlock it again. And this time we can open Cydia. And now it asks me who I am. I'm just going to select user and then tap done. And it will finish loading here. And I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom to again confirm that I am indeed on iOS 7.1 with an iPhone 4. Alright, so as you can see down below at the bottom, it says iPhone 3, 1, iOS 7.1, Cydia 1.1.8 Plus. So as I mentioned before, remember this is an unofficial version of Cydia, and most packages haven't been updated to include support for 7.1 just yet. But you can still install some things. So down below at the bottom, I'm going to go to Manage Sources, and inside of the Big Boss repo, you will notice that I do have packages. This is just one of the default repos that you get when you jailbreak, and if you're familiar with the jailbreak process, you will already know that. Alright, and remember that every time you reboot, you will need to boot Tethered. So I'm going to briefly tell you guys how to do that, and it's actually pretty similar to the jailbreak process. So let me open up toolGeekSn0w again. Remember, I'm going to click on Run, and then from there you will select whichever device you have down below at the bottom under the Boot Tethered section, and you will need to enter DFU mode. So I have an iPhone 4 GSM model. I would select the left option. If I had the GSM Revision A edition, I'd select the middle one. If I had a CDMA iPhone 4, I'd select the right option. And then once you select your boot tethered option, you'll just need to enter DFU mode. And remember, you can do that by holding down both the home and power buttons together for 10 seconds, releasing the power button and continuing to hold the home button for an additional 10 seconds, and you will be in DFU mode and your iPhone will indeed go through the tethered reboot. All right, I hope you liked this tutorial, again, just showing you guys how to jailbreak iOS 7.1 on the iPhone 4. And if you did and you want a chance to enter to win a $100 Amazon gift card, just be sure to rate this video up and leave a relevant comment down below in the comment section. Once your comment's been posted, you'll be automatically entered to win. And before we conclude, I just wanted to mention one last thing. If you're interested in earning paid iOS apps for free and also gift cards, just be sure to check out Free App Life. You can go to freeapplife.com or bit.ly/getfreeapplife. And once you're on this page, simply tap download, and then you will be able to install Free App Life. Now, this is a really great service. It's brought to you guys by both myself and Adrian from Jailbreak Nation and iPod Uplink. And again, remember, you can earn paid iOS apps for free with Free App Life, and you can also earn other bigger electronic prizes simply by downloading and installing sponsored applications and referring your friends to the service. So as you can see, we have tons of paid applications and even bigger prizes available inside of Free App Life. All right, and also just be sure to stay tuned for additional information on both iOS 7.1, the future of jailbreaking, and the Evader's next untethered jailbreak utility for all devices. And if you want to be updated more often, such as when I post new videos and create jailbreak updates, just be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.